There are sounds we live with every day: the hum of an old refrigerator, the faint buzz of streetlights, the low vibration of electricity moving through the walls. Most of us stop noticing them. They blend into the background, become part of the quiet that fills a room when we're alone. But sometimes a sound refuses to disappear. It lingers too steady, too constant, as if it doesn't belong. Elliot Haynes noticed it on his first night in the apartment. A faint static, almost inaudible, coming from the far end of the second room. It wasn't the heater, it wasn't the pipes, it was something else. The building itself wasn't special. A narrow red brick complex on the edge of the city. Cheap rent, no elevator, paint peeling from the window frames. The kind of place that holds the smell of other people's lives long after they've moved away. Elliot wasn't the type to complain. He worked alone most nights in an audio restoration lab 3 blocks away. His job was simple: cleaning up damaged recordings, removing interference, preserving old tapes for the city's sound archive. He'd grown used to hearing things most people couldn't: faint whispers, static bursts, lost fragments of forgotten voices. But this sound was different. It wasn't coming from his headphones or his equipment. It was in the room, low and steady, like a radio tuned just off frequency. He searched for it methodically, unplugged every outlet, turned off every light. The hum stayed. He pressed his ear to the walls. It didn't fade. It seemed to come from everywhere and nowhere all at once. At first, he tried to ignore it. He told himself it was the old wiring, maybe the power grid beneath the building. But as the nights went on, the sound became part of his routine. He could hear it even when the city went quiet after midnight, when the trains stopped running, when even the distant traffic fell away. There was one thing about the noise that bothered him most. It wasn't just a tone. It moved. Sometimes it drifted to the ceiling. Other times it sank low to the floor. Once it seemed to pulse faintly through his pillow, just enough to wake him. The more he listened, the more he realized it wasn't a hum at all. There was a rhythm to it, a pattern. On the fifth night, curiosity overtook him. He brought home one of his portable recorders from the lab, a high-end piece of equipment meant for field analysis. He set it up in the spare room, pointed the microphone toward the corner where the sound felt strongest, and hit record. The room was still. He sat there for 20 minutes, listening to the faint static breathe through the speakers. When he played it back, it sounded the same, a long, steady hum, until about halfway through the recording. Then, beneath the static, he heard something else. At first, it was faint, like a voice behind a wall, then clearer. It wasn't random interference, it was words. He couldn't make them all out, but one of them was unmistakable. His name. Elliot. The voice didn't sound frightened. It didn't sound angry. It sounded calm, like someone trying to get his attention. He played it back again and again, isolating the frequency, filtering the noise. The voice remained. Always the same tone, the same word, said once. That night, he didn't sleep. By morning, the hum had stopped. The apartment was silent, heavy, the kind of silence that makes you question whether sound itself has left the world. But when he came home from work the next evening, it was back, slightly louder now, and this time it was no longer coming from the corner. It was coming from the wall beside his bed.